Boom! How's it going? How's it going? Yay! Hey, this is me, yeah? And we've been talking about how best do you improve some of the things that are out there in terms of residents, right? Behind me here is actually sitting a place that you're seeing today is a little place like this one with a little bit of a tin house. And in this particular area, what I've been seeing is a lot, and I mean a lot of tin houses. And I've been wondering, is there an opportunity where I can give better housing, right? Where I can give better housing? And the answer is yes. But how do I do that? Well, in the next couple of days, what you're going to be seeing, well, let me not say a couple of days, but in the next couple of months, what you're going to be seeing is definitely a transformation of this project here that is behind me in terms of moving it away from a tin house of this nature. Now, why would we want to do that? So number one, a tin house like this one, if you had to look over it, when it's raining, there's potentially water that comes in there. When it is cold as hell in there. When it is hot as hell in there. Is that conducive for humans, for them to stay in a place like that one, especially if they can afford, right? And we have started off a project, and this project here is project number 1, where I am literally going to be changing what you are seeing behind me from a house that used to be a very small house to a development. Yeah, I like that. And out of this, I think a lot of you're going to start seeing some opportunities that you haven't been seeing. And by the way, there is lots of compliance that needs to go with this. And you can hear the siren, isn't it? That siren is a siren for a school that is close by, which means that within this particular area that I'm in, there is potential parents who can send their kids to school, and over and above that, those parents need to stay in a decent accommodation. And is this the accommodation? I don't think so. My job is to make sure that I can improve this. But with you, my partners, we can even do it better. So if I am going to start a project on here, how long is it going to take me? Well, I need to buy it. That's the first thing. Well, before I buy it, I need to identify it. Not all areas are going to work exactly what I think, but if I look into the area, I now understand which areas make sense and where in the area it's going to make sense. Because in some circumstances, it may not make sense, right? So, that's a B. Whew. A B. That's what happens when you're shooting from outside. When you're looking handsome, the bees wants to come in and have some honey from you. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, let's go back to the conversations that we are talking about. So number one, you need to identify the area. So is the area going to make sense? And the area, if it makes sense, then great. But is the particular buy of the house that you're going to be buying going to make sense? And if the answer is yes. The other day I was speaking about you need to look at what is happening in the area, and particularly within this property, I looked at what is happening in this area. I saw there is a clinic within a walking distance. I saw there is a school, actually 3 schools within the particular area. And I saw a shopping mall that's being built very close by. And it started ticking my boxes in terms of from an investment. So if I buy this piece of land, can I now do a development? So I did my due diligence, and now I'm going into the third part of it. And the third part of it is that, what is the compliance associated with building? And I'm going to take you to see some of the things that I think I know in terms of compliance. I know they are not a no from a compliance, but these things are happening already. But as the project will continue, I am going to show you how me and you, my investors, we can jump onto projects like this ones, and we can make them compliant, and we can make the houses look prettier for our tenants. And over and above that, we can be making some moolah, and you can be making some moolah as well. But over and above that, we are creating a different environment from what the norm is. So let me take you to some of the things that I've identified here. So here I am looking now at this property as it stands today, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the edge of this property, and I'm looking at my neighbor. My neighbor bought, actually not, let me say bought, they built a boundary line, which is cool. I am happy with that. But now they've got a window, and that window is encroaching on my space. So I'm like, okay. But anyway, what happened to privacy? Well, maybe it doesn't matter in this part of the world, but I am sure it does, okay? Now, they always say that when you are building, you need to be building at least from what? From the boundary wall, it has to be around about 1.3, 1.5, if I'm not mistaken. But my guys will tell me that. And thereafter, you can start building. And I'm just want to walk you through here at the back, right? This is the property that we just recently bought. It's on the books now. We're going to do a small development at the back here. And I know most of you are already asking, TJ, what kind of a development are you going to do? You will see. You will see. Some of you will invest in this, I know. There's an outside toilet here, which is cool. One of a good toilet that I've seen in a very long time, actually. In a very long time. And I'm wondering, where is the kitchen? And I see, oh, actually, you can actually, there's an outside sink kind of like. And so where's the bath? There is no bath. So where do people bath then? You see, we come from wherever we are right now, we're all seeing that we should be having a bath somewhere. But in a house like this one that is already existing, and it's a tin house, by the way, the guys are actually bathing inside. How? We ask the question, isn't it, if you've never done it before? Right. And then if you look here at the back here, again, this guy here, my neighbor, my very good neighbor, they have bought, not bought, but they have built on the boundary line. And this actually looks like a back room. And within this back room, their window is opening up in our yard. Yeah, that looks very complicated, but that's not being compliant. That is definitely not being compliant. Imagine if I'm also going to do that. So now, how will the windows open? It will be a weird situation, isn't it? But as I go back, this is a normal, we're gonna keep this. I'm going to keep I like this actually for outside. But with what we are going to do as a development here, it's going to be amazing stuff, guys. We're going to transform this place. I'm telling you, we're gonna transform this place. When I arrived here, people in this area already started asking me, because we came through with sort of like a construction car, and the guys were asking. You can see here that there used to be some kind of room or something like that was here, right? You can see there, right? But yeah, we're not going to do this. We're going to do something that is beautiful, where people will be able to stay in, and you're gonna see some transformation happening here, guys. I'm telling you, right? And yeah, that's the property. That's what's going to happen now. And I mean, look at that door, man, right? We had to look into that door there. Like, you can't even open it. How do you open it? How do you put in how do you secure your stuff in here? And as you can see there, there's patches of, showing rain has been coming in here. So yeah, so these are projects that we can jump in together, and we can get them going for those that are wanting to invest with us, and you can see the transformation in a couple of months as this project is starting off I'll be sharing with you guys on how the progress is going, but I'm sure you're going to love it. So yeah, I am signing off from wherever we are right now in part of Johannesburg. This is kind of like Township. I've just gone into a township and I want to transform this. So signing off for now, it is I, your boy TJ. We'll chat with you later. Cheers.